Hi, Mark here. Wednesday, December the 24th. It's Christmas Eve, and it is the last session going into the US session right now. It's 8 a.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. GMT. Asian session is completed. We're going into the afternoon portion of a quiet European session, being Christmas Eve, and US session, I believe, will be quiet as well. Having said that, the fact that it's quiet and illiquid does not mean there won't be some sharp moves based on that illiquidity. But let's have a look at some relevant levels. If you are going to look for something today and for some opportunities, I would think the shorter time frames would make more sense today. Let's have a look at the US dollar index. You can see looking strong to start the day. I've got support at 97.41. I've got resistance at 97.63 and sitting right now at resistance. Let's have a look at the hourly. There you can see about to test this resistance level. Buyers will look perhaps to break above this level. Sellers a bounce down off this level. Range trading for now in this between 97.41 on the downside and 97.63, a narrow 20-point range for now. Let's have a look at the S&P. A shortened trading day on the US stock markets today, but off to a positive start. You can see that have had a positive week, higher highs, higher lows, record highs, levels. That's where we're sitting right now. I've got support at 6,952. I've got resistance 6,960. If buyers are going to continue their push higher today, maybe looking up at that 7,000 level, we'll see if that can be maintained. Alternatively, if sellers step in, maybe some profit taking, sellers will be looking below the 69.50 area. But for now, sitting at yesterday's close, and sellers as yet have not stepped into the market. Let's have a look at gold. Gold, albeit Christmas Eve, new record high was set earlier today. I've got support at 4,465 and I've got resistance at 4,526. Gapped higher to start, set that new record high, has come down a bit since then and sitting right now at 4,490, just below that 4,500. Pretty decent range to work with already. On gold, about a $60 range, perhaps some range trading. Let's have a look at the hourly. Sitting right in that middle of the range for now. There's the resistance level from earlier, and I've got support at 4,465. We'll see whether buyers and demand for gold going into Christmas Eve takes the prices back up to this resistance level, or if we see a sell-off down to the support area. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Very little today. Slight green candlestick, if anything, doji like. I've got support at $61.67. I've got resistance at $62.23. Buyers did get above that, tested above that $62 level. We'll see whether that can be maintained and buyers add to the gains we've seen over the past 3 days and get above the 62.23, perhaps higher. Or if sellers do step in and look to bring prices below the 62 level with support at 61.67. Looks like it's sitting right in the middle of that range for now. You can see that. Not much to go on in terms of trend direction on the hourly. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Sorry, at Bitcoin. Bitcoin showing some decent price activity, sold off earlier down to the 86.6 thousand support, has bounced up since then and sitting at yesterday's close at 87.3 thousand. I've got resistance at 87.7 thousand. But this wick it's left behind shows me that buyers have stepped in so far this morning. There you can see buyers stepped in over the last 3 hours, sitting right now at that 87.3. Perhaps buyers give one last push up before Christmas, 87.7 being the resistance, 88,000. 90,000, the real target for buyers, but hasn't been able to get up to that 90 and maintain at that 90,000 level. If sellers do step in again, they'll be looking below this 86.6, looking down at the 85,000 area. Good trading today. Keep that discipline. Because of illiquid trading conditions, like I did say, there could be some sharp moves. I'd be pretty cautious out there. Stick to the shorter time frames, perhaps the hourly on a day like today, where markets are going to close earlier. Good trading, and I will see you at the end of the day.